A few days ago I got a chunk of my ear bitten off by my friend's bloodthirsty parrot, and I took that as a sign that I should make a zombie video. As Hank Green has said, quote, "There can never be an undead creature. Life is an extraordinarily complicated balance of inputs and outputs and temperatures and reactants and wastes and fuel, and if any of that stuff breaks down, it doesn't work." End quote. But let's suspend our disbelief for just 1 second and talk about zombies. Specifically, if they can starve to death. And let's just get this out of the way right now because I know there's going to be that one commenter going, zombies can't starve to death because they're already dead. True facts. Yes, they're already dead. Also, zombies can't exist. Also, shut up and watch my video. By starve to death, I mean if you take an undead creature and completely isolate it away from the nutrients that it craves, will it become a pile of dust? Or will it continue to be active and have a crazy bloodlust and just keep on going indefinitely? This question came up way back in the early 2000s when 28 Days Later was released. Now, I have no real problems with the movie, I just hated how the infection started. The monkeys are infected with rage! Dumb. Anyway, in 28 Days Later, the zombies started starving to death, and no one had ever done that before. You see, in George A. Romero's movies, the zombies never starved to death. They kept going and going and going and going and going. Albeit they were slower, but still they kept going. Fact of the matter is, you cannot starve zombies because they no longer have any nutritional requirements needed to survive. They only eat because of strong craving signaled by the brain, which is kind of like being a drug addict. You go after this fix, and then once you have it, the fix isn't really, I was gonna say fixed. The fix was never really fixed. That's just a poor choice of words. The craving will never truly be satisfied, and they're always looking for that next fix. If it's a virus, considering that the virus is controlling the brain needs blood flow. If the decaying flesh is a side effect of the virus and it also shows how long the virus has until it runs its course or kills its host, then constantly requiring sources of uninfected flesh makes sense. It needs to spread. But I think that the decaying flesh is a side effect because there's no real evolutionary advantage to a virus that kills its host body so quickly. It needs the host's body to remain intact so it can spread to other uninfected hosts. But then consuming uninfected flesh spreads the virus to that uninfected flesh, making it infected and one less food source. Everybody follow me? I know it's getting all infecty and bitey now. Of course, I guess the zombies could eat each other, but the notion that the decaying flesh is an indicator of the virus's lifespan, that would probably shorten the virus's lifespan considerably. Also, I don't think it would taste very good. Anybody ever read Marvel Zombies? They try eating each other, and it tastes disgusting. Me, I don't think that a lack of food is what kills a zombie. I think after a while the host body will break down and the virus will just wither up and die. And that's really the only way that a zombie will die, other than a shot to the head. But if zombies don't require food, then why do they keep craving it? It's like all they think about. Technically, a zombie's drive is to consume human flesh, but whether it finds that flesh or not, the food does nothing to improve its condition. In Day of the Dead, a scientist removes a zombie's stomach and it still wants to eat. I mean, even if they do eat, what digestive system are they using to pass the food? They keep decaying either way. Like I said, it's a craving. There's no real sustenance for them. It doesn't help them in any way. So recapping, in Romero's world, they cannot starve to death. They will just continue walking the planet, trying to find fresh meat. In 28 days or weeks later, they do starve to death. They just completely become immobile once there's no more food to be had. But to completely shift gears, enchanted zombies, ones that are brought back by like mythical spells or whatnot, those will probably keep going just because they have skeletal form and they don't crave stuff. They're just back from the dead to like kill or maim. In Marvel Zombies, they do not die, but I don't want to ruin any more for anybody who hasn't read it. If you haven't read Marvel Zombies, it is a great read. It's so cool hearing from the zombies' point of view because the superheroes still talk to each other about what's going on. They're completely conscious about what is happening. Spider-Man has eaten Mary Jane and Aunt May. I mean, you don't read that part in the comic, but all the stuff that does happen in the comic, oh my gosh, it is awesome. I mean, look at that. Zombie Spider-Man hanging out playing cards. How could you not like this stuff? And it's only the first book. But I want to hear from you guys. Tell me in the comments your favorite type of zombies. Slow, fast, Romero, 28. Tell me which zombie universe you identify with the most. Well, not identify with. Which one you like the most. I really hope you don't identify with any zombie universe. If there's an outbreak or if I have any zombie subscribers, that would be awkward. Yeah. Can a zombie starve to death? I don't know. But in today's world, there are ample amounts of unused brains for any zombie. Ha!